Demon Deacons come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Still looking on the move, trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Demon Deacons kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced it.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
The Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's got the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to scramble. Finding open areas. To the 10. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability.
There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They've been really good moving the chains on 3rd down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. And the Demon Deacons get enough for the first down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Claiborne. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's going for a big play downfield.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
No chance for a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 35. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He makes a catch. The Demon Deacons are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Nowhere close focus on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Pulls it in. It's Vick. Oh, he's got some space. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and they'll lose a few yards as a result. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his big tight end. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
To the air on second down. Touchdown, Wake! Grab this. They'll start this drive from the 42. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Jukes his way for more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are...
Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback extends the play. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced it.
Got enough space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown. Great place to start for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Claiborne. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Claiborne. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. The Demon Deacons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
And getting stopped after a 2-yard gain, ball's at the 17.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Demon Deacons are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He's looking downfield to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you bet.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
It's complete to the left. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Their last chance. Ball game could be decided right here. 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A 4th down stop The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Ivy. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants.
It's a seam wide open. There he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say...
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Nittany Lions Need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Under fire. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
At the 26. Now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Firing deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Catch inside the 25, and he ran away from the... Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ivy. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this